Every day there is a lot of things that you are supposed to be getting done in Raid Shadow Legends to maximize your progression and make sure you are not being inefficient with your resources. Hello, my name is Midway and welcome to a new Raid Shadow Legends video. Today we're going to be going over the daily list of things you need to be doing in order to make sure you're not losing anything out of what you can squeeze out of your daily chores, right? The daily resources and daily things that you can do before another day comes around and then you miss the opportunity. So let's get into it. We're gonna go in no particular order. First of all, let's just talk about the stuff you can go ahead and do in your, well, just daily battle system, right? You're gonna have a bunch of things that you can afford to do, right? Namely, you're gonna find a lot of those within the key section, but not everything's gonna be all the way up there. But yeah, for the most part, this is kind of what you are gonna be looking for, right? So first of all, let's talk about the faction wars, right? You're gonna be able to do at least 2 or 3 factions every single day, and you're gonna be given 12 keys for every single one of these factions, right? You need to make sure you're actually using this. We got a video on this channel talking about how you can get started just doing any of the factions within the faction war system, even if it's only for the first few levels, right? How to get it up and running and making sure you're getting those sweet resources, right? So as you can see on this one, we are able to get all the way up to stage 6 and be able to just go ahead and farm it. It's pretty damn easy. Just go ahead and do the super raids, and in no time you're gonna be able to be flooding in resources, right? So what resources are we looking at to get in the faction war system? Of course, we're gonna be looking for the glyphs to just enchant our gear and have it be a little bit better. And of course, we are also going to be looking for the materials that are required to be crafting stuff in the forge. For example, right now I am crafting some perception set pieces for my Molly Tankard, and if I am not going to be farming my daily faction wars, I'm not going to be able to get any bloodstones, right? They are going to be coming specifically from the faction wars. So if you're not doing this daily, you are missing out on the opportunity to be crafting some very good gear for champions that might really need that one specific set. Freeze! Click the link in the description right now and get a free legendary Karato as well as 2 free epics as you level up. So here's what you need to do. First of all, log out of Plarium Play on PC and uninstall. Then click the link in the description of this video and register a brand new email. Launch raid and complete the tutorial, and then go to your inbox and claim your first champ. You'll find Karato here as well as Tagoar and Uugo as you progress through the game. This is an amazing account starting rate, so click the link right now and follow the steps. And if you are a Legend of Mushroom player, I also got a special link down there in the description. Don't miss out on this offer, go ahead and check it out now. Now, if you right now do not need a specific artifact set, that doesn't mean you're not going to be needing it in the future for another champion, right? So even if you might say, I don't really need resilience or perception, right? Those are the 2 materials that are coming from the faction wars. I'm going to pass on doing those, right? But you definitely want to be getting in there, right? Just get them done. It takes about, I don't know, depends on the level you're farming, but it should take like 10 to 15 minutes of just out battling, maybe even less depending on your strength, to just get it done. And you can be flooding on your epic bloodstones, even your legendary ones, if you're able to do those levels of the faction wars. But for the most part, yeah, I am personally just doing it for the rare ones and the epic ones, because that's what I can afford to get right now. I'm not able to go ahead and get legendary ones, but definitely need to be getting this daily. Specifically right now I have a big need of this particular perception set, but you might find yourself having that in the future as well if you are actually not caring about these 2 sets right now in particular. On a very similar note, you're going to be finding the Doom Tower, which will also allow you to, of course, weekly by week, or rather every I think it's like monthly, right? It's going to be resetting. So if you're going to be able to climb as high as you can and definitely get all the free resources, right, as you are getting all the way up there, you're going to be claiming the rewards from every specific stage. So if you're able to go high, your first priority is going to be to spend your golden keys to just try to go to higher levels, right? But once you're done and you are at a point where you can no longer progress, just like I am, right? I'm not able to be the spider just yet with the team that I have, so I'm not able to even use my golden keys. That is unfortunate, but I definitely can go ahead and use my silver keys, right? So what you can do with the silver keys is to just farm one of the bosses that you are able to actually clear, right? You're able to farm these bosses decently easy, and it's gonna take you a couple minutes a day. Again, you're able to get all the way up to 15 keys per day once you have completed completed your daily quests. I think there is some extra keys you can get out of one of those quests or the advanced quests, because I find myself having about 15 keys every day, which allows me to get, what is it, 7 or 8 runs on any particular boss, right? So you're not going to find any over here, but you are usually going to be finding a couple more. There you go. Place 50 debuffs on the Demon Lord, right? So we'll talk about that in a moment, but you're going to be able to daily just grab 15 of the silver keys, which is going to be allowing you to do, as I mentioned, it's going to be 7 runs with the double drops mode, whatever, super rates, right? And then it's going to be 1 more with only a single key, and that is going to be allowing you to get even more resources out of this, which you're going to need, again, of course, to craft some more stuff. Now, for the 2 particular bosses that I am able to actually clear and farm, you can get pieces for the Fatal set, which, for example, you can see right here. I have almost 1.5 thousand of the rare materials for the Fatal set in particular. And then if I'm farming the other boss that I can actually do, I can get pieces for the Guardian set, right? So depending on what boss is at what level on that month, right, it's going to be changing every month. So you might find the spider boss all the way at the bottom, and another month it might be all the way at the top, right, depending on what the combination of the different bosses is going to be within the Doom Tower and what level you're able to go all the way up there and clear. You're going to be able to get different sets, or rather different pieces of this kind, right? So you will be able to find the different sets you're able to farm from the Doom Tower over here as you click on those icons. Not that one actually. You will be able to see that they are going to be coming from the Doom Tower, but they're not available in this rotation, for example, in this case. Stuff like that. It's really important that you actually get this done as often as possible, since, as you can see, some of these materials will not even be able to be farmed for certain months, right? So you will be finding yourself at times for months and months unable to actually drop the specific materials that you need to craft these pieces. Again, these artifact sets only come from the specific crafting system, right? So you can only craft them on this system, on the forge, and you will only be able to get the mats from where you are told, right? So the faction wars or in the Doom Tower in particular. So yeah, really important to also get this done. Takes like 10 minutes every day. It's pretty damn easy. You're gonna be a lot better off whenever you get to the point where you need those materials, if you actually have farmed them in the past, than if you haven't. Similarly to that, we have the Doom, or not the Doom Tower, excuse me, the clan bosses, and I cannot talk about the Cursed City because I haven't even unlocked it yet, but we'll get there eventually. For now, the clan bosses are another system where daily, in some regards, it's gonna be weekly, in particular for the Hydra and the Chimera, but for the clan boss, the Demon Lord, right, you're gonna be able to do this one every single day. In fact, the keys are gonna be regenerating every couple hours, if I'm not mistaken. So getting this done is also going to be insanely important. As you can see, you can daily get a bunch of rewards that can depend on the difficulty you're able to clear. So getting them done is going to also come in pretty damn handy. Now, you are not really guaranteed to get anything specifically important to you, right? Like the drop pool is going to be pretty big, right? So let's say I'm doing hard and I am able to get all the way up to almost 12 million damage, which I usually do in a couple of runs. You are able to get something out of this pool, right? So it's never guaranteed that you are going to be getting what you need, but it's better than getting nothing, right? So just getting it done, just doing a couple runs. I think you can do like 3 keys every day, 4 keys every day if you're really keeping up with that, the regeneration speed of the keys. You could also buy some more keys. I wouldn't really recommend doing that, but for example, let's just say I'm going to be doing normal, right? I just want to get it done. It gives me decent rewards. It's something that I can easily clear, right? So I've gotten to the point where I can even do a quick battle on it, right? So yeah, what is it going to be taking me? Like 20 seconds? It's done. Now I can just go ahead and tomorrow I'll be redeeming my free rewards, whatever I can get out of this. Now, also importantly, I will be doing hard, which is a level that I'm not able to speed clear just yet because I haven't done the minimum requirements, which would be to do 7.8 million damage, or rather, it's actually here, 11.65 million damage in a single run. Once I've done that, then I'll be able to do this in a speed clear mode, which would be actually what I require to be getting the max rewards. That's the idea, right? So yes, I would just do this one. It would take a little while because it would actually need to play the whole thing through, but just let it do it. It's gonna be taking like 5 minutes, nothing more than that. Do a couple runs of this stuff. Do the highest level you can do in like maybe 1-2 runs so that you're able to get the highest reward. And if you got like 3-4 keys even, just do those on like lower levels so you can get the max reward on those. You can get potions for ascending champions. You can get skill books, which will be pretty nice. You can get all sorts of cool stuff. Importantly, of course, also just some gems and some silver. silver, right? So whatever you're getting, it's better than getting nothing, right? Might as well get it done and just accumulate all those rewards passively. Another one that's probably obvious is going to be your daily quests, right? Just by logging in and getting some stuff done, which is going to be extremely easy. Do a little bit of arena, summon some champions, play the game and use your energy, increase the champion of your levels in the tavern. You can do this on like low level champions and it's going to be done. Level up some low level artifacts, like 4 upgrade attempts, and that's going to be it. And then play some campaign battles. This one sometimes can be actually beat a campaign boss 3 times. Just get them done. It's going to be extremely easy. You don't really get that crazy stuff out of it, but you're going to be getting some energy in particular for doing the classic arena fight. So I would really recommend, of course, doing this, but you kind of need to get them all done, right? Why is the reason why you want to be getting all these done if the rewards are not that great? Well, that is because you are going to need to do all the daily stuff in order to progress your daily quest stuff, or rather your weekly quest stuff, right? So the weekly quests are going to be requiring some stuff that might be a little bit more complex. You are going to need to upgrade artifacts to level 15, do 15 boss runs, ascend the champion 1 time. You're probably going to be doing this throughout the week anyways, but the most important thing is that you're going to be requiring to do the daily quests 5 times to get the weekly quest completed, right? So you're going to be getting an ancient shard out of that. That's already more than enough of a good reward. And moreover, you're also going to be needing the daily quests for the monthly quests, right? The monthly quest is actually going to be giving you a sacred shard along with a void shard, and usually your bottleneck over here is going to be to just get the daily quests done, right? It's going to be needing to be done 30 times. That is a whole month of just doing your daily quests, but eventually you will be rewarded with some pretty good shards, right? Just getting those done all the way and just finishing out the monthly quest is already a massive upgrade and a big chance of getting actually that's going to be something that's actually going to be pretty damn good. An epic champion is always nice to get for free if you get a legendary champion. And if you get a legendary champion, well, that's even better, right? And moreover, you also got the advanced quests, right? Daily, these are going to be resetting, and they're usually kind of going to be the same, but you're able to also, as we mentioned before, get a big bunch of very good free rewards, which are going to be allowing you to do more stuff alongside in the game, right? You're going to be able to get some extra energy out of that, some more crypt keys over here, so you're going to be able to like feed into different avenues of the game. If you're going to be doing some tag team arena, you're also going to be able to do some more of the faction wars runs for every single faction, right? And then if you are going to be accumulating all of this, right, this will require you to play also, again, different avenues of the game and do them in particular ways. You are eventually going to be able to get all the way to these milestones, which will net you some very, very good rewards. So the idea over here is just to do these things like automatically, kind of like mechanically every single day, accumulate whatever resources you're getting out of them. Which like daily you will get some rewards that are nice, like the energy in particular, but eventually after a couple weeks, even a month, you're going to be able to accumulate enough rewards to actually get a massive payoff. So if you're consistent with these things, you will be getting the most that you can possibly get out of simply playing the game by doing these particular things that are going to be kind of like, you're going to be doing them anyways, right? But just don't forget to at least get a couple arena runs in there, get at least a couple faction wars in there, maybe even play some tag team arena if you're not doing so, right? Make sure that you are not missing out on these potential rewards, which will amount to some very, very important things all the way there when you finish up all those milestones. And in the subject of free stuff, just daily logging things, of course, you're gonna find some free goodies every day. Once you log in, you're gonna have your mystery shards over here or ancient shard weekly to just go ahead and claim them. If you are buying any daily packs, of course, like I am doing, you're gonna be finding those every day, as well as a daily gem pack. And also, very importantly, you will be finding a goodie bag every single day, which sometimes might contain some energy, but all in all, very important to just at least get those done. If you're not going to be playing for that day, at least get a login in there just to make sure you're claiming those things. Accumulatively, they're going to be insanely impactful. Same for just the playtime rewards. Now, this might be a little bit more specific or difficult to do if you're not going to be able to put enough of a screen time in there. But if you do, of course, you're going to be accumulating those Plarium points, which will be extremely important in the Plarium points program, which are going to be allowing you to get massive milestone rewards as well as free champions and even just a lot better gear and all the other kinds of rewards even. Now, this will take an insanely long time to actually unlock, but at least you're going to be able to get a free epic champion without that much time put into the game, right? Just need to log in, get those Plarium points. You're going to be able to get them from multiple other sources as well. But yeah, really important that you actually make sure that you are getting the free stuff you're given just by logging in and clicking a couple buttons. In the same note, if you are participating in any form of clan in an active way, just make sure you're checking in. If you're going to be playing the game anyways, you're going to be getting the other activity stars. Now, activity is very important. It's going to be allowing you, your whole clan, to get some activity progress rewards, which you will be able to claim once that actually reaches all the way up on the max. You can get these activity stars by doing the things that are described over here, right? So you are going to be able to do them in different ways depending on what your gameplay loop is going to be like, but importantly to also go ahead and click on that. And besides all of that, it's kind of just going to be up to you what you do with your energy day by day. I mean, that's kind of the most obvious recommendation. If you have your energy capped at least once a day, log in, get the quests done, and that's gonna give you some free energy rewards. Get it all up there, right? Accumulate all that energy and just dump it all somewhere. At least do some campaign runs, get some champions leveled up on like brutal, like level 12 stage 3, right? The usual stuff. At least get some of the things done so that you are not wasting that efficiency. But keeping up with energy regeneration, that's going to be a lot harder, up to you depending on what your schedule is like and how able you are to log into the game. But in general, this is all the things that you are able to actually do daily to maximize your efficiency, if I haven't missed anything. Now, there might be things that I haven't mentioned, and that is because they are probably going to be coming naturally just by doing the quests as well, like for example participating in arena and such. And if I missed anything out, well, anyways, drop it down below in the comment section. Let me know if there is something that I should have said. In any case, if you got into this point, I really appreciate it. And before you go, please go ahead and check out Aptoide, which is basically going to be allowing you to earn massive bonuses when you are buying things within Raid Shadow Legends when you download the game through Aptoide, right? So as you can see, if I was going to be buying this pack when I am purchasing it when playing the game through Aptoide, I am going to be able to get a bonus that can go from extra 10% of the money that I'm spending all the way up to extra 35%, right? So picture that you are buying a pack like this one. I am spending this much money, it's a lot, but I am accumulating a bonus that can go all the way up to 35% of that much money, right? Now, once I do have enough of those bonuses, what I can do is to go and use the bonuses that I have accumulated in my wallet to do the purchase for me instead. So for example, here I would be using my Aptoide balance to buy this thing for me instead of actually using my PayPal or credit card, right? So all in all, if you go ahead and use my code, which is going to be in here on the screen as well as down in the description, you can increase that bonus by a flat 5% from the get-go to get it up and running as soon as possible, and that's going to be a flat increase forever, right? It's going to be a guide down in the description explaining how to set the whole thing up in your Android device as well as on an emulator on your PC if you're playing on PC. So you can get it started. Just log into your account as you download Raid Shadow Legends through Aptoide. Just keep on playing naturally, and that's going to be basically about it, right? Any questions, drop it down below in the comment section. I'll gladly try to answer them to you. In any case, if you go ahead and use my code, I would definitely appreciate that. It helps me out a lot. And yes, that's going to be it for the video, guys. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. See you.